move ahead to the queen. The queen was originally the counselor or prime minister or wazir, that is Sanskrit meaning mantri, or Persian farzin, Arabic firzan or firz or wazir, or general of the army. Initially, it only move was one square diagonally, means like it was very weak. It can only move one square diagonally. And then around 1300, that is the earlier 14th century, its move was enhanced to allow it to jump two squares diagonally, means onto a same color. So, just like one promotion for its first move. The first change into queen over time, and the first surviving mention of this piece as a queen or similar was Regina, which was mentioned in a poem, late Latin poem, which was written around 1997 and preserved in a monastery at Einsiedeln in Switzerland. So designated as the strongest piece amongst all chessmen, queen may move to any square, straight or diagonally, unless his path is obstructed. Simply put, the all-powerful queen comes in a combo package of a rook and a bishop with destructive abilities. So here you can see, like, means very powerful because it combines two pieces, power of two. That means it can move straight like a rook, vertically and horizontally, and diagonally like a bishop. And here you can see, like, it's standing on a black colored square. That means it can move as a black colored bishop, and when it switches to like a white color, it can move like a white color bishop. So here you can see, like we had seen, that when rook which is placed on an open chess board commands 14 squares, and bishop on an open chess board from the central square, of course, commands 13 square. So 14 plus 13 makes it 27 squares. So out of 64 squares, queen, which is placed on the central square on an open chess board, is able to command 27 squares, and that is why it is the strongest. So originally it was like, in the Indian version of Chaturanga, it is still referred to as, minister, mantri and general of the army. And later on, like when the game, went to Europe in around 10th century, and then it got changed to a queen. And just let us see the movement of the queen. So can move like a rook, and like a rook, sleeping diagonally like a white colored bishop, like a rook, and then like a black colored bishop. So it has got power to move in any of the way it deems fit. Of course, it cannot move like a knight, but you have to only remember it moves in a straight line, either standing or sleeping, like a rook or like a bishop. And like we had seen that when it was standing on any of the center square, it has been able to command 27 square. However, when the queen is standing on a corner square, its mobility is restricted to 21 square, same like bishop. So when we had put bishop on a center square, it has been able to command 13 square. But the same bishop, when it had come to any of the corner square on an open chess board, its range gets reduced. It is only 7 square. So same, like when we put rook in the corner on an open chess board, or you place rook on a center square or anywhere on an open chess board, it commands 14 square, but not with the bishop. The more it moves towards the corner, its range becomes less and less. So here, like in the corner 7, so 14 plus 7, it is 21. So queen in the corner commands 21 squares. And now the capture with the queen. So the queen captures the opposing chessman in the same way as it moves. So here let us take this position. Here queen, by moving to this square, has a pleasant choice of capturing either of the bishop. And say here both the bishops are attacked, and say one of them moves out of the way, then it will be in a position to capture the other one. So you have to remember that queen captures the same way as it moves, either standing or sleeping like a rook or diagonally like a bishop. And when it is standing on a white color, it can capture like a white colored bishop. And when it is standing on black color, it can capture like a black colored bishop. And once again to recap that queen, though mobile and powerful, cannot move or capture like a knight, and also does not have power to jump over its own or the enemy chessman. So here you can see the diagram in front of you where the white queen can definitely capture this knight here, but is not in a position to capture this pawn here. It cannot capture this pawn like a knight. So simple thing to remember that queen captures the same way as it moves, that is like a rook and bishop. So with this, we have concluded the learning of our third chessman, and that is queen, also a lion piece. Just let me recap these three pieces because they are very similar. So we started with rook and then we started with bishop. So rook, which moves in a straight line, standing or sleeping. Bishop moves diagonally, and queen is nothing but the combination of these two pieces. So moves like rook standing or sleeping and diagonally like a bishop. Let us now move on to the fourth chessman,